Madam Speaker, I stand before this chamber for the first time, and I am humbled to represent the people of Cowichan-Malahat-Langford, located on beautiful Vancouver Island. From Chemainus to Langford, from Port Renfrew to Duncan, and including Thetis and Penelcot Islands. I thank them for putting their trust in me and for supporting positive change and hope for our riding. And to my wife, Angel, and to our children, thank you for your unwavering support, your love, and your enthusiasm as I tackle this new mission in life to represent our communities. I would also like to pass my utmost gratitude and appreciation to my amazing campaign team and our committed volunteers who work tirelessly to connect with as many constituents as possible, including Janet and Fred, our senior citizen door-knocking dynamic duo. We all came together, working endlessly, and you put your trust in me. Thank you. And a special thank you to the many young people who volunteered and turned out in record numbers to vote for positive change and conservative values, many for the first time. I truly believe the work we are all doing here is for the youth and future generations of our nation, and that is the reason why I am here. Their dreams of Canada, where hard work is rewarded with a good paycheck, and where families can live in a safe neighborhood, and where they can one day afford homes, are the dreams I will continue to fight for. Our riding is as diverse as our landscape, from the fast-growing city of Langford with bustling urban life and a vibrant sports community to the remote, rugged fishing town of Port Renfrew on the Pacific Ocean. There are farmlands, mills, small ports, logging, mountain ranges, remote communities spread across some 4,800 square kilometers. We have an active outdoor community and endless opportunities for recreation and tourism. We have numerous rivers, many fish hatcheries. It's a truly beautiful, stunning, and vibrant place I've lived most of my adult life, and I'm proud to call home. There are 7 different First Nations that make up almost 10% of our population. I continue to learn from them while respecting their culture and traditions. There are seniors, young families, farmers, trade workers, retirees, anglers, hunters, and business leaders. As well, there's a strong veteran community and many serving military members across our riding. But for all of Cowichan-Malahat-Langford's beauty, for all of its resources, for all of its opportunities, I'm saddened to report that, like much of Canada, our people are struggling. During my campaign, I spoke with thousands of people across our riding, and the message was clear. This is not the nation we all once knew. They are struggling to make ends meet, to pay for groceries, to heat their homes, pay their bills, and provide for their families. I met many who are losing their homes, or who are now living in shelters or on the street. And this needs to change. Many people live without a doctor or basic medical care, with wait lists of many years. Some of our communities, including Port Renfrew and Lake Cowichan, have no doctors anymore. And our seniors who built this country are struggling to make ends meet while feeling unsafe to go shopping in their once safe communities. These are all signs of a failing economy, and this needs to change. People are worried about the rapidly increasing crime and disorder and open drug use, addictions, homelessness, and poverty. This should not be the norm in our communities. The so-called safe supply experiment has failed. The overdose crisis continues to ravage communities, claiming thousands of lives in British Columbia alone. Families are left helpless as loved ones succumb to addiction, exacerbated by government policies that prioritize the distribution of dangerous drugs without providing adequate rehabilitation and support systems. And these are not just statistics that we hear in the news. They are our daughters, sons, mothers and fathers, and loved ones. Madam Speaker, the trauma of losing family members to addiction leaves lasting scars. The absence of effective action to address this crisis continues the cycle of dysfunction and despair. In Duncan, the crime rate is 237% above the national average, and the violent crime rate 153% above. A few months ago, I met Norm, a retired minister whose 80-year-old sister was mugged, pushed to the ground, breaking her hip. Or in Langford, police are finding drug labs hidden in homes, and they're pulling over cars with fentanyl and illegal firearms. This needs to change. Crime is not just a story in the news. It is something that now touches everyone's lives, my own family included. 2 years ago, my daughter watched as her boyfriend Johnny was murdered by a stranger in downtown Victoria. He was stabbed to death by a violent repeat offender who is out on bail for attempted murder not 3 weeks earlier, and with a history of no less than 5 violent charges against him. The Liberal soft-on-crime bills have allowed dangerous criminals to remain free, risking public safety. Violent criminals must be held to account to prevent further tragedies and restore faith in our justice system. And what of our veterans, the brave men and women who once stood defending our sovereignty and freedom? These heroes now face bureaucratic hurdles that strip them of their respect and the care they deserve. Too many veterans despair, hearing from their government, quote, they're asking for more than we can give them now. We lose them, Madam Speaker. We lose them not just to old age, but to the despair that follows when a nation forgets its promises. This is unacceptable and must change. Furthermore, our serving members of the Canadian Armed Forces have been devastated by years of neglect. They face challenges that no military personnel should endure, from inadequate resources to outdated equipment and the ability to afford housing where they are stationed. To be a strong fighting force, they need modern equipment, solid recruitment, and we need to restore their customs and traditions. We must ensure they have the tools, training, and resources to do required to do their job effectively. We need to incentivize municipalities, reduce red tape and bureaucracy while unleashing our home builders so that our hardworking trades can build homes. They are the experts. We do not need another government agency that will fail to deliver homes. We need to repeal Bills C-75 and C-5 so we can keep violent repeat offenders behind bars so that people like Johnny would still be with us. We need to repeal Bill C-21 and protect the rights of our law-abiding, licensed hunters and sport shooters while protecting our borders and keeping illegal guns from entering Canada and illegal guns off our streets. We need real tax cuts that will stimulate our economy and relieve pressure on so many. We need to unleash our industry and natural resources to build our economy. For example, we need to take immediate steps to support BC's recreational fishing industry that is nearing collapse. A simple fix of marking all hatchery salmon would allow our recreational fishing industry to return from the brink of extinction. We have renewable resources, be it forest, fish, farming, even mining. Now is the time to responsibly use them and build wealth and rebuild our economy. We need to spend on responsible infrastructure, such as bringing rapid transit and an alternate route for the dangerous Malahat Highway. Rapid transit that would connect our island, bring economic prosperity, improve safety, and benefit the environment. Unfortunately, the throne speech was light on details, and despite promises of change, promises of prosperity, these promises are not matched by actions or supported with plans. Where is the Prime Minister's plan? Where is the Prime Minister's budget? We were all elected to represent our ridings and bring positive change. Parliament should be sitting through the summer with committees working tirelessly to address these changes. Actions are not matching the promises. So to the people of Cowichan-Malahat-Langford, you have entrusted me with immense responsibility of representing you in Ottawa, and I do not take this lightly. We are the government in waiting. Hope, Madam Speaker, that is what this House must rekindle in the heart of every Canadian. It's hope that drives parents to tirelessly work tirelessly so their children can have a better life. We must ensure that our children inherit a Canada that embodies the values we hold dear, a Canada where hard work pays off, where families thrive, and where every generation inherits a better future. And while I may be new to this chamber, Madam Speaker, I'm not new to working for the federal government. I served Canada 28 years in the Royal Canadian Navy, where I defended our great nation's sovereignty, democracy, and freedom. And the skills, leadership, and experience gained at sea during operational deployments and command positions, I will continue to my mission to serve Canada, but now from this chamber. Let us rise together and restore the dignity of our seniors, respect our First Nations, honor the sacrifices of our veterans, support our serving military, and build a country so that our youth can once again have hope. Canada is worth it, our children are worth it, and the future we fight for begins today. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Question.